Thank you very much, Madam Sarah, for that very insightful contribution. And we look forward to working with you, most especially on the mentorship aspect. The Initiative for Women have a program on this, and we would be calling on you to speak to younger women. And we hope that you hit to our call when the time when we have the time to do that. Thank you so much for
Absolutely. I look forward to it. And thank you. I'll be chatting to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much. All right. So up next is the Kogi women. We have a Kogi Women Award to present. I will just give, after that, after the Kogi Women Award presentation, we are going to be having Madam Mashudu Lembede, and we are going to be having Madam Shushma Gulapali. So please stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. But quickly, and probably I'll do this in 3 or 5 minutes, we have this Kogi Women Miners Welfare Association in Kogi State, is a state in Nigeria, where we have girls and children that are mining in the community. That's Mrs. Janet Ojoru Ahiaba, their leader, the leader for the Kogi Women Miners Association, Welfare Association. She's done a lot of work with the women, and this initiative wants to give an award to Mrs. Janet for her commitment to serving humanity. She's got children in her membership, children minors and women minors, helpless children that happen to be at the mines in order to pay school fees. And some of them, there was an accident that took place, and some women lost their lives. We have a link. Please, admin, drop the link for the full story of Mrs. Janet's association. I mean, the Kogi Women Association. Some women lost their lives because they just finished loading feldspar. In that community, there's a mine site. I'll be quick about the story. There's a mine site, and the women loaded feldspar. They load feldspar per truck. They are paid about 15,000 naira. That's, let me say, if I'm very generous, that's about $15 per truck to manually load this truck. And it is the women who do this loading manually. They do the breaking of the stone, the haulage of the stone, the loading of the stone. And on that particular date, they finish, sometimes again, about 15 of them will do the loading. That's $1 per woman or per girl, because girls are involved, as you can see on the screen. So $1 per girl for a day. And then that particular day, unfortunate day, they finished loading the truck, and they said, okay, truck driver, since you're going that way, let's go with you. So they climbed on top of the truck with the stones, and as they were transporting and traveling on the main road, the truck got involved in an accident, hit another truck, and these women went flying. You know, there was an accident, and the stones also rolled over them. I do not want to show us the pictures because it's not a good scene at all. And but I think if I'm conservative about the number, maybe 4 women lost their lives that day. The story is there. The full story as spoken by Mrs. Janet is there. You can use the link that has been dropped by the admin to access the story. So, and we now have Comfort Ezekiel and Helen. I don't know her surname, but over here is Comfort Ezekiel. Comfort Ezekiel, the stones fell on her, and she was really, really in a bad shape. She was in the hospital. If you can see the pictures, we tried to pick some pictures that is not so offensive to the site. She was in the hospital and had this injury on her legs, on her hands. Okay, sorry, this is Helen in the hospital bed, the one I'm pointing. All right, so I'm mixing the story, but the full story is there as told, and you will understand it better. So long story cut short, Comfort Ezekiel's arm was amputated. And why are we giving this award to Mrs. Janet? She rushed to the hospital with these women. They are underpaid. They cannot afford any hospital bill. Helen spent 1 year in the hospital. Comfort spent over 1 year in the hospital. And Mrs. Janet was helpless. She was running around looking for help. she took her car to the hospital to deposit with the hospital in order to save Comfort's life. So as I'm speaking to you, I'm getting emotional. So in order to save Comfort's life, she deposited her car with the hospital that they should please carry on the operation on Comfort. So the feldspar fell on her, and she and others got really terribly injured. So this is why we thought that Mrs. Janet deserves this international award, and we wanted you all to witness this award to her. We are lucky and we are happy that Comfort made it. Comfort is on the MMC scholarship to finish her education, to leave the mines and finish her education. And the Initiative for Women Miners in Africa is monitoring closely to make sure that happens. And Ezekiel is, Helen over here, who is also on this sick bed, has left school. Helen lost her parents. I hope my story is right, but you can verify and get a long, full story from the link that has been dropped. So this is why I cannot say it all for what Madam Janet is doing in her community. We all have to contribute. She put together these people. We are now designing a safety training for them and trying to see what should happen in order to forestall this type of accidents in that community. This happens a lot across communities in Africa. In Nigeria, I know for sure because I'm from Nigeria, a lot of this happen. You see women, majority are the ones that are, mining these resources and manually doing that. The government is involved. She has reached out to the government, and they were able to offset some of the bills of these accidented women and girls. So please welcome with me, Madam Janet, Mrs. Janet Ojoru Ahiaba. We hereby present to you this Gold Life-Saving Award. You can please put on your camera so that you can respond and it will show up that is you. Can you do that? Can someone help me unmute her so that she can say a word after this presentation? So on behalf of the Initiative for Women Miners in Africa, and of course the African Minerals and Miners Center, and the support we're having from the Rich Flood Foundation, we present to you this life-saving, Gold Life-Saving Award as an international award for your commitment to serving humanity through the Women Miners Association platform in Kogi State, Nigeria. Hopefully, this award can be a motivation for you to do more in your community. And we'll be giving you a helping hand, and the women that are in this, and men, of course, will be interested in your case, and those women with you will also return to school. So congratulations, Mrs. Janet. You have 1 minute to speak, and then we can go further to our next presenter. Thank you. Over to you.
Thanks so much, Ma. It's a privilege, and I will not take it for granted, Dr. Comfort. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests and members of the Mineral and the Miner Center, I extend my warmest greeting to you all, and it is with a heart full of gratitude and humility that I accept this mysterious Good Life-Saving Award from the MMC. It is not just an honor bestowed upon me, but recognize of the collective effort and the struggle of the resilient women miners in Kogi State. While we may be physically distant, the spirit of the solidarity and support unites and through this virtual platform. First and foremost, I would like to express my deepest appreciation to MMC, Initiative for Women Miners, and also for employing for the voice of the stories of the women miner in Kogi State, and for standing with us in our journey to overcome the adversity we face. Your commitment to making a difference in the life of these women is truly commendable, and I am humbled to be a part of this significant initiative. To the Mineral and Miner Center represented by here today by the esteemed Dr. Comfort Asokoro-Ogaji, I extend my gratitude for this Good Life-Saving Award. This award is not just a symbol of recognition, but a reminder of the challenge we confront daily in our process of livelihood through mining. I serve as a call to action for all stakeholders involved in the mining industry. In conclusion, I humbly accept this Good Livelihood Award on behalf of the courageous women miners of Kogi State. This award will not only validate our strongly, but also impress and continue our effort towards safer and more sustainable mining environment. To all those who have supported us and contributed to the cause, I say a heartfelt thank you. Let us work together to ensure that the mines in Kogi State become a place and opportunity growth for safety for all. Thank you. I really appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Madam Janet. The chat room is full of congratulations. You can take a look and see the congratulations sent to you from the chat room. And this award comes with an amount that we have awarded Mrs. Janet's association in order for them to do more. Though we will not mention the amount publicly, but the award comes with an amount. So thank you very much for that. We skip to the next. You can take a look at the chat room, madam. You get your congratulations there. All right, so moving forward, we go now to